Hello and welcome to another Minecraft video. This is my first video showing the world that I started in airplane mode while traveling, so I didn't have any internet. And it starts in the epic jungle biome. It started on this beach, which was just completely stone everywhere. And the first thing that I did was to create kind of an underground dugout house, which was really just digging into the side of this wall here. And at first, of course, all that was here was a crafting table and some torches. Fortunately, I found a lot of coal that was like wide out in the open on the stone beach, so that was really easy for starting. And then got some sheep, made my bed, and this world has really expanded out from here. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. Okay, the farm was not the first thing I did. The first thing I did after making my dugout house and getting my bed was to make this tower up above it. And then to build this boardwalk so that I could go back and forth along the beach to find resources. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I often make boardwalks like this. How high should you make it, you might wonder. You should make it just high enough that if a creeper is on the ground underneath you, that it can't blow you up. So about 4 blocks off the ground at least, or 4 blocks above the highest point is what you want. And as you can see, you can put dirt alongside it, you can grow crops alongside it, you can grow trees. It's important to light it so that if you don't put torches regularly, then mobs are going to spawn on your boardwalk. So that's an important thing to remember. This way I created later on, but this was my first place to make it. So then I'll show you. One of my favorite things to do is to have a boardwalk and underground tunnels connecting the same points. I'm sorry, my cat is scratching at the door. Perhaps you can hear that. So there, if you want to go out at ground level and get sheep, you can. Okay, so then you go this way. I have to go throw that cat out. So this is really going to be just a brief tour of Mampster's epic jungle airplane mode world. Okay, so we're coming back to, this is my initial outpost from spawn. And eventually I did put in my infinite water source, and then later I put these windows in here so that I could keep an eye on my animals that I have here. The ducks are important for arrows, the sheep are important for beds, and eventually I aim to make a enchanting table, and then I will need leather for the books. For the enchanting room. Okay, so there's so much to show here. So this is a little area where I found lava, and unfortunately I poured some water on the lava and somehow it just disappeared. So the lava was down in there, and I haven't quite figured out if the lava came from somewhere else yet. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be trying to figure out. So this is just like a canyon. It opens up into up above, and there's a better way to go from the other side, so I'll show you that. The whole purpose of exploring that whole canyon was to get lava and make obsidian with it, but unfortunately I haven't quite gotten that to happen yet. Okay, so this is the canyon, which initially had all kinds of googlies coming in, but I've sealed it off except for there is a very deep part down here that I don't think is totally sealed off, which I'd hope to find some obsidian down there. Let's see if I can go down there, show you. I don't know, there's a chance something's gonna come up from underground. Oh shoot, good one. Okay, there might be one open block down there. Okay, there. Now we've closed it all off. Anyway, this is not the pretty part of my world, because this is the part that I've just been developing. And with the goal of getting obsidian, which I haven't quite gotten yet. Here's the other part of this cave. I don't know where the skeleton is, but I don't think they're in here because I don't think they can get in here. Skeleton probably is over beyond that greenery there. I believe this is all closed off. I hope it's all closed off. Okay, I've closed it all off. So anyway, I didn't find obsidian yet. This goes down pretty far, which means I might connect it to my other deep parts of the mine. Okay, so let's go to the more developed places. So then, maybe we should go back up to, let's go back up to the boardwalk. I've got to put in more stairs. That is just too convenient. Oh, it's nighttime. Shoot. Okay, well, the good thing about going out there at nighttime is that I might be able to see some lava. I don't know, I think I'm not going to go that way because skeletons will shoot at me. So here's one of the other areas that I developed pretty early on. So this goes up to the water. And this is actually ocean, and the reason I know it's ocean is because dolphins are swimming there. Need some food. Okay. So then I started digging this down to make a tunnel. One of my favorite things to do is connecting places together. Redstone, leather. I've got so many good resources here, except for obsidian. That is where I'm a little bit stuck right now. Okay, so then this is one of the underground caves that I've been exploring, looking for lava. trying to get obsidian. And I think I'm going to explore this further a bit later. But okay, for now, there's a bed here. There's a blue lapis bed. And I've found that crabs grow really well underground. I know you can't tell that like right now because of I took all the watermelon last time I played, but if you're around them, they will grow quite fast. Okay, but we're gonna go first to the other side of the boardwalk. And there is a cave. I guess we should go see this. There is a cave that we're gonna see from the top of the boardwalk. And here you can see through greenery, you can see into the cave. We're going to see it from the top here in a minute. I prefer to put in windows and doors, but when I don't have it, I use greenery instead. So that I can see through it a little, because it's easy to use your shears to get lots of leaves. There's another bed. This is a new thing. Respawn. You can only sleep during night and during thunderstorms, which is that's a new thing. It used to be only at night, but I found that rainstorms don't count. So, so far all the rain we've had has not been a proper thunderstorm. Now, this right here is pretty safe, except there's still, I find sometimes skeletons to shoot at me on the boardwalk. Okay, so right in here, we're like deep in the jungle. Some iron down there. And, you know, there's a lot of great stuff in the jungle. There's a lot of sheep, pandas, and leopards or whatever they're called. They're everywhere. But there's also a lot of mobs. Okay, so you can kind of see there's a cave down there. So that's part of what we were looking into from down below, is that cave. And I might be able to see whether I see any of that greenery. I don't think so. I don't see it. But here, so this is how I get all the leaves that I use. Lots of wheat. I don't know, I guess I'll leave the wheat there for now. But that's a good way to grow a lot of wheat, especially if you go back and forth on a path a lot. It's going to grow pretty fast. And the reason that it's here is because there was a skeleton that was shooting me every time I went back and forth on this boardwalk, so that's why I put in all those leaves there. To block skeleton arrows. Okay, so watermelon. Watermelon grows so easily and nicely. It's really great food source, above ground or underground. Okay, so this I built here because I wanted to get sand to make glass from down below. And so I made all these bamboo scaffoldings, which you make out of bamboo and string from killing spiders. And so it makes a really great way to go up and down. Let's see, am I carrying anything of value? Mainly these buckets. Let me just kind of show you this area and why this is here. We are midday, so we are good. Okay. Crouching because I don't like to fall because I'm a chicken. So this is a great place. If there was lava around here, I would be able to see it at night, but so far I have not been able to. Okay, now let's see. We're a bit close to land right here, and I don't want to hit anything solid. I think those might be dolphins. Anyway. There's a drone. But as you can see, there was a whole bunch of sand in here. I've taken most of it out. So this is kind of like an abandoned sand pit. And that's probably not the best for stopping up water. Maybe this. Okay, so when I take the sand, then I have to reblock it. Then I could go get the sand. There just isn't that much sand around here, which is too bad because I love to make glass. So then, with the bamboo scaffolding, we have a super easy way to go back up. There's some more sand I see underwater. And here we are, back at our lovely glass outpost. So there's some sand. And if you see that greenery over there, that's where we walked through earlier on the way to go down to the deep cave. So what I do is, if I'm right on the edge of a cave or water, then I replace the stone with the greenery to make it safe. So I can go along without getting attacked, but in a safe way. Now here, let's see, there's a cave down there. You can kind of see it under the rocks there. So that, I think, is that's part of that cave that we were looking out into earlier. I'm not sure exactly where, somewhere down in there. I haven't quite run through that part yet. I try to only get where there's like one mob at a time, because once I have a bunch of mobs, I'm done for. Other parts of this boardwalk. Coffee beans are great. They're not coffee beans, they're cocoa beans. I always call them coffee beans because I love coffee. There's a jungle sapling, which I could use to grow cocoa beans. I might do that later. I do like the jungle. It's got a lot of mobs, but it's pretty great. Okay, now we still have a few more places to go in this world. See how you can kind of see through the leaves down there into my underground pathway. There's a bird. Oh yeah, we didn't go out into the jungle that way either yet. Sun's starting to go down. Let's go to the deep cave first. So bamboo scaffolding makes a lovely elevator. I can't remember if I connected this way yet. Did I? I might have. No, I think I only went this way to get diamonds. Maybe. This probably is not connected with the rest of the cave, but I might do that later. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to go from one set of coordinates to another, making a tunnel. I don't know why it's so satisfying, it just is. So we'll go back this way. So we haven't completely done this path yet. Okay, so this comes down from my original outpost, which is up there. You can see the carved stone from my infinite water source pool. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to the bedrock ballroom, which is in construction. It's not a ballroom size yet. I just found some stuff there. We are at level -40, so we're getting down to the bottom. Okay, so my goal was and is still to make... Ah, my tree finally grew! Hooray! Yay. I was working really hard on this. Alright, obviously my ballroom's not big enough yet. Go to sleep, and then we can cut on this tree a little because it takes up the whole room. Okay, so as you can see, we're at that level where bedrock covers part of the room, or part of the floor. And so you can see, things grow so well underground. And if you've got the entire area lit, then nobody's gonna mess with anything either. So, underground farming, I'm a big fan. But the only thing is that ceiling's got to be pretty high to make room for your tree. But, I mean, when you're underground for very long, you're going to run out of wood first. Some of this tree is messing up my crops, but that's okay. We'll go over. I say that because I can see the seeds are getting messed up. We have lots of wood here. I don't know if that's the best place to grow a tree, but I don't know, it helps me replenish my wood supply, so I guess it is. It doesn't really take that long to get it out of the way. And the ceiling's tall enough, so probably gonna do it again. Except I didn't get a sapling. At least not yet. Except there could be one in here. Oh, there is. Do I have any other kind? Nope. Look at those diamonds. I have some other diamonds in some other places as well. I just don't have any obsidian yet. Okay. So as you can see, I've got a lot of crops, and the plan for this is we are just going to keep expanding this room to make it really big, because eventually I'd like my enchanting room down here. I'd like to be able to have like multiple trees and lots of space for them, and just like really huge bedrock ballroom. And then what I'm doing with the floor is anywhere that is not bedrock, we're either replacing it with dirt or with polished diorite. I guess I didn't have to use the stone cutter on it. And that's because when you're in a cave, it's like so dark that it's really nice to have the floor be lighter. But anywhere you don't see bedrock, it's really important to keep going until you see bedrock, because it could be diamonds. So I try to always dig down to the bedrock. Make sure. Oop, oh yeah, no, I did that, so it's fine. Oh, I need more polished diorite. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now I think for the polished diorite, I think all I have to do is stick it in here. Yeah. Stone cutter is really easy to make and really useful. I don't care how things look that much, but that's a really easy way to make things look a little bit nicer. And who knows, as I keep expanding this room, I hope to come across some more lava. Okay, there's other parts of this world that we haven't looked at. Oh yeah, this. Okay, So now we're heading up from the bedrock ballroom. Okay, so this was one of my little projects where I dug from one set of coordinates to the next. And I'm probably gonna keep widening this just for the sake of exploration and making it more pleasant. Oh yeah, this is like part of the opening to a cave. Okay. So let's see. There wasn't much of anything in here before, but it looks mostly enclosed. But if I made a bunch of noise, it probably wouldn't be for too long. And then this side opens going up, which means there's gonna be some people in there, some mobs in there, if I make enough noise for very long. So I should be brave and just run up there, but that's not really my style. But we're gonna see more of that cave as we keep going. Okay. Oh, there I was just kind of digging down. Okay, so this cave definitely has some googlies in it sometimes. I don't know if they're nearby. They might be. See, that goes way up there. And let's see. I don't have any glass on me, or I could make some windows and show you. Kind of see through right there. We're going back up to this cave where we were here earlier. So you might recall this area. And then definitely some mobs hang out in here, and you can see that cave just goes down, down, down. It also goes way up as well. It's very steep. And then here I kind of dug around the corner, and you can't really see all this from here, but you can if you go up the stairs. So the thing about this cave, it's big and dark, but there hasn't been a whole heck of a lot up in here except bats. I haven't found any lava. And see, there's that deep cave that just goes down, down, down. But yes, there are often skeletons and other things in here, so anyway, maybe sometime when I'm brave I'll run down in that dark area, which I don't really like doing. Who knows what's down there. Okay, and then, see, I haven't been hanging out down here, so things haven't grown enough. Let's see if it's nighttime. No, it's not. And then here's the other side of the cave. Let's see, more greenery. I have plenty. Anyway, if we make noise, somebody will come along in here because they usually do. That's another dark cave where I don't see any lava. Okay, that's just kind of how I expand my caves. Okay. So all this is enclosed, which is why I'm so relaxed, because nobody's messing with me. As you can see, I've got plenty of watermelon, and this door goes into the part of the cave that's not fully explored. So when I get brave, I can run in there and expand this cave out a little. Let's see, What else have we not been to? Have we been everywhere? We haven't gone down this way. We have gone that way. Oops. So this is just going to connect back up. So going down to bedrock. So the bedrock ballroom is like the connecting point. So it needs to be expanded, obviously. So we went that way, we went that way. Then these spiral staircases, they I guess if I put steps in them they might go faster, but I mean it's good when you're trying to go to a certain set of coordinates, but it's really inefficient for traveling. Okay, I think this actually does go to the forest, doesn't it? Okay, now it might be nighttime. This is somewhere we have not been. So there's a cave, obviously, you can hear. Did I put in any ways to look? Oh, it's right here. Anyway, I think it's probably night, so. I think it's nighttime. I don't think you want to go out there. Anyway, we're gonna see that from the boardwalk, because the boardwalk goes above that. Okay, now this way I've not really gone too far yet. But what you can see is some of the close by caves, and some of these may have more lava. And then the cave that we were down in earlier, you're gonna recognize down there. There was a bit of lava down there, so. Hi, zombie. What? Where's my crosshairs? I don't like it when my crosshairs under my finger. You have quite a lot of. Good for me to run over here because I haven't really run around here as much as I should. Okay. The thing is, with all this forest, there are a lot of mobs around here. Let's go play with the animals. Okay. So, good ways to conduct your farm. Okay, so one thing is, if you have animals, don't put watermelon near the fence because they can use the watermelon to get out. Okay, before you go in to get the eggs, you need to have some seeds to lure the chickens back in. I want to keep some of those for later, and I want to plant them closest to where I walk, because as you will see, that's the #1 factor in how fast they grow. Oh, I meant with the shears. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so now we're ready to visit chickens. Let's see, they're very interested in me because I have seeds, but first we're going to get all the eggs before we pull our seeds out. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, well I got feather. That's good. And that's the main reason I have them. Okay, now if I was smart, I would have put a separate pin. There. Okay, now you need to breed at least 2, or feed at least 2. Whoops. Should get them to breed more. Since I killed one. Who wants to be fed? There you go. Alright. Now, the sheep, instead of seeds, they like the wheat. Which is why I grew a whole bunch. Okay, and I haven't been hanging out with them enough, obviously. Because some of them still don't have any hair. It's always better to shear them. Because then you can just keep doing it. Alright, sheepies like grown wheat. Just try to be careful when you feed animals that you don't hit them. Okay. And the cows also like wheat. Look at that creeper. Okay. Could go in with the cows, but there's going to be a lot of cows. Don't want. He's not in this pen. No! Did he just blow up? Oh, you're not gonna get me. One time I did accidentally leave my door open and a creeper blew up this area. That sucked. Good morning, zombies. The only thing about jungle leaves, even though they look cool because they kind of look like they have bananas in them, but you can't see through them, which, I don't know, kind of decreases what I want them for, because I kind of use them like little windows. Kind of like my cheap windows. But yeah, you just can't really see out of the banana leaf ones. So I've done a lot before of like making this kind of boardwalk through jungle, but this one is not quite as high as some of the other boardwalks I've made, so there is some risk involved here. Did I bring any wood? No, I have this wood. So what I do here and I've learned the hard way, you have to be careful not to stand on these because they do disappear, of course, as you cut the wood. Yeah, this is like how I make my boardwalk, but one thing you might see here is the ground's getting taller, which means you need to go up a little, because if you don't, creepers are going to blow up your boardwalk and skeletons are going to shoot you. Now we have seen all of the parts of the jungle that where I've built things. So there's the farm down there. And then if you go this way, you can see my little glass outpost over the sand pit over there. And you can see that the boardwalk keeps going. If we went that direction. We came this way the other direction, but you can see you can kind of see down there to the rest of the boardwalk, and then you can see how this one goes around. Oh, there's a panda. Pandas are so cute in Minecraft. They do somersaults. There's a little leopard guy and a bluebird. They are just as cute as can be. The jungle's pretty fun. Alright, so anyway, thank you for taking this tour of Mampster's Epic Jungle Airplane Mode World. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.